Okay, welcome back concerning the Apprentice S15E ready to fly airplane. This is what's inside the box. I haven't taken anything out yet, but I've also, just opening up, I noticed a couple things. They're using stronger tie wraps here to hold everything in place. So I've got myself a good pair of wire cutters to cut those. I've got a nice razor blade, and the other thing you're going to need is some kind of stand for it to set on while you're building it. And this stand is also useful for really three purposes. In the shop here, you put it on the stand if you need to repair it or check it out in any ways. So this is the Ernst Ultra Stand, okay? And I have a lot of these. I have probably four of them, and I use them in the shop and in the car when I'm driving to the field. I've got an SUV, so I set this in the back. By the way, a nice rubber band helps hold this thing together. So I can pick it up, take the rubber band, take these out of the rubber band. So that's the stand that I'm going to use, and you can see it says Ernst. I hope you can see that. Ernst Ultra Stand on there. Let me make sure you get the part for that. So that's the Ernst Ultra Stand. I buy them from Tower Hobbies, and you can check out what the price is. They're, I don't know, $15, $20, something like that. So this will be used to get it going. So now let's see what we can do to get stuff out of here. All right, so let me guess. I'm going to start over here. Start at this end. Just take out some Velcro. Obviously we got a battery charger, a bag with wheels, rubber bands, and a bag of screws and stuff in there. And they've done a really good job of holding the radio right here. So there's a, let's see. Sorry about the phone interruption. So, a tie wrap to take that off. And let me get the radio out here. Well, that may not come out so easily because there's a wing in the way. So I'll tell you what, let me set this down. It doesn't fall down. The other thing I've noticed here is that the instructions are now in the front. The instructions used to be on the back side of the foam, and I'm certain, because I have done it, forgot to pull the instructions out. You throw the foam away and you don't have your instructions anymore. So that's one of the wings. We'll look at that in more detail later. There's the other wing. The push rods are not connected, which is unusual. Most airplanes that are like this, including the Mini Apprentice, the push rods I think were connected. So that's okay. We'll show you how to connect the push rods. It's not a big deal. Alright, so I can probably get the radio out down. I decided to buy the DXE radio along with it. It's $30. I will fly it to begin with using this because it's already bound, and we'll do the maiden and several flights with it. But I'm going to switch to one of my better radios and use this as the buddy box. So if you only have one radio, you might want to consider, if you want a buddy box for $30, it's a really good buddy box. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, 4 batteries. AA batteries for the transmitter. Did I say receiver? Transmitter. Okay. So the transmitter, this is a fairly new transmitter for them, for Horizon, and it's going to be in every ready-to-fly airplane eventually, because it is a far superior radio. The other reason is that it's reprogrammable. I've done a series of videos about that radio, and you can see those in my playlist. Okay, so standard 3S battery, 20C. I still have my old batteries from 11 years ago from the Apprentice. They still work. I'll fly them. I treat my batteries well. But they came with 15C batteries now. The standard is 20C. That works for me. And so we got some just masking tape in here to hold the tail feathers down. Okay. So there's the horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer. And the vertical stabilizer is going to hold the horizontal stabilizer in place with 2 screws through this here, which means that we don't have to glue anything, which makes it much easier to put together. And I think that's, well, we get to cut this tie wrap here. We'll get the airplane out. There's a landing gear with it. Okay, so the landing gear is sitting here and it's taped down. It's sort of holding it back. Let me cut this tape around the landing gear. There we go. So that's an interesting way to save a little space. The landing gear is tucked down in the fuselage, so you have to pull out the landing gear and the fuselage at the same time. So that works for me. Okay, so a pretty good job of packing it together, and make sure there's nothing else that I forgot in here. Nothing on the back. All right. So I'll grab my Ernst ERNST Ultra Stand. Ernst Ultra Stand. Set it here. One of the reasons I like to use a stand at the field, obviously, is because the battery goes in on the bottom, and it's easier to have the last minute thing you do is put the battery in, you flip it down, you have a nice stand to hold it, and it doesn't go anywhere. So that's the contents of the box, and stay tuned for the next video.